for joining one more episode of Face to Face. I'm Tenzin, your host. As we all know, dance has no barriers. It is something everyone can feel, everyone can understand, and definitely something everyone can enjoy. But today's guest even believes that anyone can learn it if we have the passion and will to do it. That is why she adds fire to her every dance performance. That being said, let's welcome Puspa Ghalley. Welcome to Face to Face.
Thank you.
First, can you please go ahead with your little introduction?
Hello, my name is Puspa Ghalley. I am a professional dancer and an aspiring actress. And I've been in this field for more than 8 years. And thanks for having me here.
So, when did you decide that you want to make your career as a professional dancer?
To be honest, I think I never thought that I will be a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
It just went with the flow, you know. After class 12, I always I wanted to go to college, but in between I just got into my hobby and passion too much that it just led me to my dancing career. I got a scholarship right after I was done with my high school.
Mm-hmm.
So in that period, I decided that I wanted to be a dancer.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
Mm-hmm. But that was not something that you always wanted to do. That wasn't your aspiration as a child.
Well, to be honest, I didn't have any aspiration when I was a child. It's funny because when teachers used to ask, during class, like, what you want to be when you grow up, I always used to say, I want to be rich. That's it.
Okay. So what do you call the dance you do?
So the art form that I do is called whacking.
Mm-hmm.
So whacking is is like an art of expression where it was started in California during 1970s. It started because it started, I think, in those days where LGBTQ plus community was very discriminated, and it wasn't there wasn't any awareness as much as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But those group of people, they were discriminated, they were deprived of basic facilities like healthcare, education, and these people used to go to that underground club, and they used to release themselves in that club, right? And that's how it started. That's how it originated. And it's interesting how in our dancing art form, it originates from a music. So it was from a disco music. So in 1970s, it was a very disco era. People were like very shimmery and very flamboyant, very out there, in that generation. So whacking is very flamboyant, very vibrant. So it's called whacking.
So when and where did you learn this kind of dance?
My teacher was YouTube.
Okay.
I was inspired by a video. It was a Japanese woman called Ibuki. I randomly just saw on the YouTube, and then I was really fascinated how powerful she was in that video, and I got captivated.
Okay.
I started research on like what she is doing, because whacking looks like you are about to ward off mosquitoes and flies. It looks like that. So I was like curious, wow, it looks like that, but at the same time so empowering, looks empowering, I was really captivated, and I started to research on it, and YouTube is there. It's just one click away, thanks to YouTube. So that's how I got
great teacher.
Yeah, great teacher.
So what specific movements are important in this kind of dance?
That is an interesting question, but I think it's very subjective. Like when you say what is important movement, for me, what I feel and what I believe is, I value every movement. Like dancing is not just dancing for me; it's a lifestyle. It's the way I speak, the way I live, and it is. This is how I infuse dance in my life. Like Even when I'm talking to you right now, I'm having a certain gesture, right?
Yeah.
And that is a movement, that is a body movement. So you can imagine, like, I consider dance even now. See, there is engagement or movement. So whatever is there in the space, whatever movement is available, I think that is important. The main thing is just you having a feeling, that feel for that. And I think that's important more than a movement, that feeling. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
So do you do other dance as well instead, not just working?
Yeah, I am a big fan of movement, as I said before. I am very open to whatever is there related to that, and I'm open to that, and we do have a saying that, it's best to master one and then try to infuse other forms later. But I believe, I don't know, whatever makes me happy. Yeah.
So have you ever forgotten a dance step during any special performance?
Of course, I mean, I'm a human. I forget, plus I forget a lot. I tend to forget a lot. It happened to me a lot in the middle of how I react. I just cover it up, just like
you didn't show
happened.
that.
Well, there was this time where it was happening in it was UNODCE. There was this show, and I slipped and I fell. Okay, and then and I stood back up and I was like, and I danced. It's crazy, but yeah, you make it up. It's fine.
So, tell us about the best performance you have ever given.
Best performance. I think it was the first performance that I ever did with my girls, my crew. I had a girl crew called Courses before. In 2017. We performed in Gokab Volume 2nd, and that was the first time ever, coming out in public and being very fierce and being that very, powerful crew. So I think I would say that would be the best performance for me. Yeah.
So as you have mentioned before that you started dancing right after your 12th grade, right?
Yeah.
So in which year you started dancing?
Started dancing, I think it was way back, like when I was a kid only, but I never really came out. I always used to feel, I don't know how to dance, which was true. I didn't even know how to move my head.
How did you actually came out of your...
I think it was building inside. I used to watch my sister dance in front of me. I used to watch a lot of television, a lot of music videos and a lot of dance movies, and I used to dance in my bathroom, in Chesham. I think I also knocked down some Chesham things, while I was flipping. I don't know. So it started when I was a kid, but I never really came out. I wasn't that expressive kid. I was always that shy one. My sister used to dance in front of me. I used to feel really inspired and envied also, and I used to watch a lot of music videos, and I used to watch a lot of dance movies as well, and then I secretly used to... Yeah.
Was your family supportive, especially your parents?
No, definitely not. I mean, this is a very new idea in Bhutan, choosing dance as a career was like a taboo. Then it was completely very new to our parents, right? And it took me a lot of years to actually convince them, And I think it's okay for parents to feel that way. That's what I feel, because they want the best for you, you know? And they're not wrong in their point of view. But at the same time, I think it's a responsibility of that children to also explain them and assure them, that, I'm going to do this. And this is what I love the most. And I am going to take care of myself. And I'm going to make a living out of this. So there needs to be this communication and assurance, And then my parents weren't supportive. Now I can see the difference is my parents are like, they give me that very certain things like, oh, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't drink alcohol. Sometimes in a celebration you drink alcohol. So they're like, don't drink that much, you're a dancer. And then that certain hint, it really makes me feel good. In that way, how our Asian parents are, they support you in that way.
They support your child.
They support you in a very different way, no? So
So how do you ensure that you stay fit and strong to perform? Like being a dancer, you need so many energy.
Yeah, you're right. You need a lot of energy, to be honest. I used to eat a lot before, like really, really a lot. But now I'm in that stage where I think since I didn't have any mentor or anyone to look up to, I lost a lot of weight because I kept on dancing and I didn't even feed my body, and I've lost a lot of weight, to be honest. But I'm coming back, and let me tell you, dance and athletes are the same. We require mental energy as well as our physical energy, right? So these two combo requires a tons of energy. So yeah, you need to eat healthy. You need to take care of your body. I also do yoga to recover, for the recovery and for my mental well-being. So yeah, requires a lot.
So now that you are a professional dancer, I want to ask you, what are the important traits a dancer should have?
It's interesting how you how you are in this field for so many years, and you focus so much in that word like professional dancers, and then you realize it's not really a big thing. It's just an inch away. Like it's like this. It's very important. Like, you're a dancer, yes. You're a singer, yes. You're an actress, yes. Good. But what's more important than that is just being a good human, just being that human, just being kind, and just being that basic human thing, whatever, right? Being compassionate. I think that's important because, it really affects even me in my opinion, when I perform. My attitude should be always positive, and it doesn't work if you're not positive. It's funny, this dance space, this art form is like, it demands you to be positive. It demands you to have that attitude where you should be open, so in that way it's very, what do you say, it is, what do you say, it's not just dancing, it's more than that. So yeah, in dancing, you just be a basic human, just be a human. Yeah.
So, do you teach private lessons or group lessons?
I do. I mean, not now. I used to give a lot of private lessons, a lot of classes, a lot of group lessons. Yeah, I used to do it, but not now. I am a student, back to being student. I think I'm done being a teacher for now, because I think my battery has it has ran off now, and I need to learn, and I'm planning to leave for my further studies in dancing soon. So I have to recharge, and I have so many things to learn.
And come back again.
Yeah, and then teach. But at the same time, the teaching profession is kind of interesting also, because when you teach, to the students, you also learn. So it's like both ways. You're a student and a teacher. But I completely want to be a student right now. Just student.
Okay. So, despite dancing, what else do you do? What do you like to do?
What I like to do, I love films. Like, I love watching films, and hopefully, I don't know, in future, I don't know, it will help. I don't know, it will lead me to making films, because I love films. I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I don't know, and I love acting also, because of dancing. Dancing helped me open that portal to acting. So I feel that it's very natural to me. I think I can easily grasp the concept. So I think it's very natural for me. So I think, yeah, I love acting. Oh yeah, and I love singing as well. I love singing.
Would you like to sing?
Okay, let's try. What should I sing?
Anything you like.
Anything. Okay. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young. Okay, that was bad, but yeah.
Not bad. You're so talented. Like, I even watched a couple of your actings, like 𝗙𝗃𝗵𝗲.
Yeah, 𝗙𝗃𝗵𝗲.
There are a lot of series under 𝗙𝗃𝗵𝗲, and fabulous.
Thank you.
You got good voice, a professional dancer, and good in acting too.
Thank you so much.
And like you mentioned that you want to be an aspiring filmmaker more.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know.
I wish you good luck
Thanks
in
so much.
advance, and I hope you give a lot of opportunity to youths as well.
Let's see. Let's see where I can go
Okay.
right now. Yeah.
So, how would you react if you receive a negative review on your performance?
At first I would be like, okay, because you know when you get criticism, obviously you're a human, right? You would be like, ugh. But I think that is
Have
like
you went through such?
yeah, of course, man. It's like it's a very normal thing for me now. But when you receive it now, you're like, oh, am I not enough? But at the same time, it's like for me, I take it as a guideline. You know, it's just okay. You're telling me that I'm not doing this. Okay, that might be a suggestion for me, and I know what is good and what is not good for me. So critique, it just helps me grow. So yeah, it just helps me grow.
Thanks for criticism.
Yeah, I'm like, thank you for hating me, thank you for criticizing me, it just helped me grow. So thank you.
Alright, so now that we came to an end of our conversation, do you have any message you want to pass on to the viewers who are watching us right now?
I am not in that position to make say an advice to anybody, right? But as far as I know through my experience, what I want to say is until now I've been here. I'm here talking to you, right? Sharing my experiences is all because of how I believed in myself. I know this is a very you hear this word everywhere, right? Like believe in yourself, but yeah, I mean this is the very vital thing. I think if you have a crazy idea, you know, that creativity in your head or your mind and your heart, if you don't believe in yourself, it won't work, and then later you will be like, I should have done that, you know. And I think believing in yourself is so important. I say this I'm not saying this right now, but I say this all the time. Wherever I speak to anybody, it's always about believing in yourself. So yeah, believe in yourself.
Right. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming here, taking your time,
Thank you for having
and
me.
talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Face to Face. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our page. Stay healthy and take care.